some feedback for his buddy call. And let's see. So nothing in Snapshot. It looks like we have a couple of recent things that passed. The Euro Dow has passed overwhelmingly this week. And I think last week we passed the optional fees. I don't have any comment section in the agenda. Does anyone have anything they want to bring up about either of those proposals? All right. Well, it looks like the Give Garden is all clear also right now. I think we talked about See If Hertz last week. I'm not aware of any that are coming up. I did see a couple where I'm going to look at the NR Give DAO right now and keep moving right through here. Let's see, we've got one up that you can still vote on for Kotabi. This is your reminder. If you've been working with Giveth for the last 3 months and want to put in a proposal for NR Give to be part of the Reputation DAO, you can do that, as you'll see that the one up is for Kotabi. If you go to Aragon and you click and it doesn't say you there, that means you didn't vote yet. So go ahead and get in there and put your votes in for everybody. Ooh, got a nice long list of everything that has closed, all the way down to number 1 a year ago. All right, I don't think we need to do a little pause here because there's not a whole lot in there to vote on. I think y'all, if you've got something to vote on, you can do that. This is where we've got something added. Pending bounties. Who added this one in? Chirpy, chirpy. Okay. If someone wants to speak on it, let me know. Otherwise, it looks like we're ready to dive into the forum. So the first one that we have up on the table today is the future of Giveth Trace. So we chatted about this. Yeah, great. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rinkeby is annoying right now to use. So I think that there's like a few more payments that need to go through for Common Stack, and now the next move is, I really don't think that we have much of an option. I feel like we have to end Giveth Trace. The next move is really to get everything out of there. So we need, I think, Freshell might be working on, and correct me if I'm wrong, Freshell might be working on getting all the money out that we can. It would be good to get some more support if someone wants to volunteer to support all the non-Giveth, direct Giveth projects to kind of get them to request the money out. And then, or at least we just need to understand, we could even just avoid, if Freshell wants to, we could even avoid making any more proposals there and just raid the bridge. That's an option. I'm really curious what people think, if we should try to keep the transparency on Giveth Trace and have people and deal with the bureaucracy of getting everyone to request money off directly, or if we should just call it and pull the money out for the old users that aren't active. I think we should finish it off with the Common Stack since they're actively using it. But for the people who aren't active, we can also just do some accounting and take the money out of the bridge and send it to them.
Let's see. I'm going to jump over here to it. I put up a comment myself, and Kai has posted the poll decision. I haven't heard anybody make a good case for why to keep it. What I hear is Griff making a case to just get it done. I would like to see us chat about it just a little bit, because I think there's opportunity in here from a comms perspective about twilighting it and potentially migrating or reaching out to users more or looking into partnerships. So I just put that comment up early this morning, realized no one has seen it yet, but I'd love to hear further thoughts around the best way to go forward. Do we just not make a deal about it at all, close it out and get the money out, or do we use this as an opportunity?
No, I think we should definitely use it as an opportunity to like talk a little bit more about the history of it. I did make a tweet thread about that a little while ago when they first said Rinkeby was going to be deprecated. So there's already a really cool tweet thread about Giveth Trace and why and how cool it was and no. But we can kind of like bring more life to that, and then also kind of like I'm a little confused what Griff was saying about we want to get the projects to basically claim their funds.
Yeah.
Out of the platform.
So there's two ways to do this. I mean, in the end, it was always hosted effectively. So there's a bridge and there's an escape hatch, and we can pull all the money, old multisig. And so we could pull all the money that's on mainnet out of the bridge, put it into a multisig, and then make it disperse to anyone who has money left on Giveth Trace. It. Right? Or we make them request, we'd have to ask them to like use Rinkeby now and add Rinkeby to their MetaMask because it's not working on MetaMask most of the time and blah, blah, blah. You know?
I think we should do the disperse. And we can also like, mention it to those projects and like also take this like the comms perspective of it of being like, hey projects, we're sending you all this and like we're sending you your money through this disperse thing and like we're sad to see Rinkeby go.
And we somehow tell them to waive it, and so we don't have to send it, and they just donate it, straight up. Because many people probably have like very small token amounts or dust.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too, Kai. We could, that's why I think there's a great comms opportunity in here to reach out and give people the options to either receive it through the disperse, potentially move it over to Giveth, or just donate it to the Give Matching Fund or something like that.
Maybe we can do like a cutoff. Like we can set like a series of rules where we're like, okay, let us know or try to claim your tokens by this date, or anything under this amount we're going to send to the Giveth matching pool or something like that, and then reach out to the projects and then like kind of so then we don't end up with just like a bunch of like little amounts, but those little amounts get accumulated and sent to the matching pool.
So we could also keep a balance in the end, and if somebody comes 5 years later, we just give them a different token with the amount.
I like the idea of like closing it out and not like leaving this kind of like possibility for someone to come 5 years later. Like we do direct contact to each of the projects, tell them that they have these options, make it very like publicized on our Twitter and stuff, and like also give good amount of time for it.
Yeah. Enough. Multiple messages going out through a couple formats that say there is this end date. And then before that date, as each announcement goes out, we give people the opportunity once more. I just think there's also a potential in here. There's probably still a lot of people who haven't claimed their airdrop or who might just be sitting on Give tokens. So it's a good opportunity to reach out to everybody who was part of the initial airdrop too. Not just people who have
thinking
money
about that as well. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, we have the old lists. We compiled a list of everyone on Trace.
That said, I realize we're talking about more work, and I also want to just reflect that, Griff, when you started this conversation, you said Fishel's working on it, and we will need some more support on this. So
yeah, as I said that. I was thinking, actually, I don't know, Mohammed or Amin could probably just spin up a script that would tell us who has money on Giveth Trace. Great, yeah. So
I'm saying, yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, just Fischel, Amin, I hope you guys chat and get the data.
Great. So the next step is to get the data. And then work with communications to establish a timeline, understand what the technical timeline is and then put that into a timeline for communications. I'd really like to work on this a little bit with you guys. I'm working on a little role proposal because I'm doing some praise tasks. So since I've been there with Trace and I know a lot of these projects, I'd like to help with that.
Yay!
I love yays for that. All right. Anything else about Trace? Any other thoughts anybody's got coming up? And moving on. Okay. Fiat donations. Let's move into the infamous fiat donations thread. All right. I was just taking a look at this one. Looks like there's a few recent comments. I like what you've got to say in here, Suga. This is a much more complex thing. I don't think we're going to answer this one right away. But I do want to bring up that I saw something come by recently that MetaMask now allows you to on-ramp. And I haven't looked at it. I just saw an article about it and jumped over here to take a look at it. But it seems like our delay, wait and see what develops in our ecosystem is starting to pay off right now with a lot of possible solutions bubbling up. I also saw one about something that came up in DevCon on Ramper. So it seems like there's a few different options we can be looking at how to give at least donors a way to come in and donate to projects using fiat, maybe by buying crypto first. So does anybody want to share any updates or progress on this particular topic?
Yeah, I can take it. I already filled that form to see how we can maybe do something with on Ramper. I'll be playing around as soon as I have the API. I'm also talking with a person from their team. And yeah, I think checking out as many solutions as we can before jumping into developing is the best idea. We can take this really easy. And yeah, I just talked with Mo also, and I will be taking this as my first bread management project. So yeah. Thank you.
Great. All right. If anybody knows of anything else, please throw that into the forum on that post. Then we can move on to this new one. Bug bounty vault. Oops, that's not it. There is a post here about creating a bug bounty vault. Kai, do you want to share more information? Looks like this just came up in the last few days.
Did Jim answer? Who does our security consulting? So basically, this came in a request from one member of the community about their product, which is creating bounty vaults. Basically, it's you are trying to incentivize white hat hacking by, having a smart contract secured, bounty system where, you put up a sum, you lock a token somewhere, and if somebody finds an exploit, they would be able to claim that. And so also there is mention of an airdrop or whatever, like a token allocation to the communities to participate. Jim had some cool things to say why it was not such a great idea. I cannot seem to find the forum. Something with the maybe give it a read. Tell me what you think about it.
Cool. All right. Well, I think it's always a good thing to look at how we can align with having epic security system in place, and we have great white hat history. So seems like a good idea, but I'd love to hear what anybody has to say about why it's not. And if no one's on this call for that, we will be moving on. Paid time off proposal for hourly contributors. Frashelle, is this one you?
Yes. So
Great.
the current policy right now is that only full-time contributors are eligible for the paid time off. So we have this proposal of making the hourly contributors be eligible for the paid time off with the following certain conditions: that they must have been a paid contributor for at least 6 months, and they have an approved rule proposal in the NRGIV DAO, and this will be applicable for those who work at least 80 hours per month. And then the computation for their paid time off would be for every 13 hours that they've worked, they will be eligible for 1 hour paid time off. So yeah, this is just a I would like to get some feedback on this, and if you have any comments before I post this in the forum. And yeah, I think Griff has a question here. So after 6 months, do the hours they work count towards giving them time off?
Yeah, I think the question is, after they've reached 6 months, is the accumulation of hours from those 6 months, will they be granted hours of PTO based on those 6 months of work, or does the clock start once they get there?
I think we should consider the hours they work since their start date, but they would only be able to claim paid time off after 6 months, and we would consider all the hours they worked since their start date. Yeah. So, are there any other questions or like objections or violent reactions or
Non-violent reactions?
okay, so the silence means that I could post this in the forum to get more feedback.
That's great, Rochelle. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm all for ways to support people who aren't working full-time, being incentivized and encouraged to keep doing it and developing roles and add more hours. I think it's a great proposal. All right, anyone else have any comments on these forum posts to bring up in this call, or anything we didn't talk about, any forum posts that you want to bring to life or champion or ask anything about here? Now is your moment. All right. We are only at the bottom of the hour. It looks like we'll be able to give some time back to you all to read and think about and put more comments into these proposals on the forum, or maybe add one of your own for something you're thinking about but not ready to speak to just yet. And let's move on to the PSAs. If you have been working yet, requested your NRGIV tokens on Aragon, please do so. There is a clock. You've got to request this by November 2nd in order to qualify. I've noticed that we've been giving a lot of grace to people as you're learning how to do this and finding out whether it's important to you, and I hope that you'll move in there. If you need any help, of course, you can always talk to Mitch, but I'm happy to help you as well. And let's see. The next one on here is about buddy reviews. Anyone on the call want to dive into that and tell us about the forums or give any updates?
Okay, I'll take that one. So yeah, just to announce that we are currently gathering feedbacks for Claire, Mitch, Kai, Ashley, Amin, Yas, Heather, and Taraif for this week. They'll be having their buddy calls soon this week or next week. So if you have any feedback for them, please fill out the contributor feedback form. And also for those who are planning to have their buddy calls, let me know. And in the link in the agenda, you can see the buddy call tracker. You guys can check that one. And if you feel like you've had a recent buddy call and it's not updated in that tracker, please leave a comment so that we can add it in there. So yes, that's just it. And let me know. Just send me a message and let me know if you're having buddy calls this week or sooner.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We've got one more topic that we want to give some PSAs and calls out for. Franco mentioned it in his checkout, but let's drop into Giveth Praise. What you got, Franco?
Hey, so yeah, we're still on the lookout for new quantifiers. I've already got 16 people that sign up, and I'm just missing 4 people. So if you'd like to sign up and volunteer as a quantifier, just let me know, send me a DM, and that'll be great. I don't think it's going to be like hard work. It will probably take up to like 1 hour every 2 weeks, maybe 2 hours every 2 weeks. And we haven't started quantifying yet because we're still gathering the data to like put the old data of the old praise system into the new one. So we might be starting like next week, and we really need everybody's help. So yeah, just let me know if you want to sign up. That's all you have to do. And then once we start quantifying, we'll probably have like a small tutorial or training session so we can all learn together, because I haven't done anything yet for like quantifying. So yeah, it's gonna be like a together kind of learning experience. So yeah, thank you, Danny.
Awesome. All right. Praise is fun. We get to reward contributors. The other thing about Praise, as we're launching this, just those of you who are the lead on different teams and circles, take a look at maybe discuss in your team meetings about your praise culture and how you're rewarding each other, because we do want to be as fair and balanced as possible. And I know some teams are much more praisey than others. So building up our skills in recognizing contributions, especially from the people who aren't in front of the camera and leading things all the time, is really great. This is a way to encourage our edge contributors and bring them in. Plus, this is another way to add a couple hours to your part-time contributions, because I know everybody wants to be giving ever more.
Yeah, just can I add one more thing? Remember that also you get give for quantifying, so it's also like a great it's a great incentive. You know, you just not just like working and quantifying, and you also get rewarded for quantifying as well. Like you get rewarded for all the praise you get, and then if you quantify, you also get rewarded. So it's amazing. Just sign up, guys.
Yeah, you get rewarded for rewarding others. Awesome. Okay, 9:38, and we are at the bottom of the agenda already. There have been some amazing tasks shared that maybe aren't always on the top of your radar. Going in and giving reviews for the people that you work with, either a little or a lot, really helps build those relationships and give a clear 360 picture of how we're being experienced. So maybe, since this call is going to wrap up a little bit early, you might consider using these last 15, 20 minutes to dive in, sign up for Praise Quantifying, give some feedback on your teammates, and maybe throw in your opinion on some forum posts. Is there anyone who has anything else not so pressing that you want to share to this governance team here this morning? All right. It's been a pleasure being your facilitator here this happy Monday. I know you're all doing a lot of traveling and getting back to other places, and I wish you happy travels and look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Danny. Nice, speedy work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
Monday.
Thank
Bye.
you.